shun anybody. Anytime, hey, I had the brother Guilty Simpson on the show last week, and y'all heard me say it 1,001 times. I like all the brother quarterbacks. I like every one of the brother quarterbacks, and 85% of the reason is because they look like me, and we have been kicked out of that good old boys club for decades. So I'm not gonna shun you for picking your side, but at the same time, when I see one of the white boys get out, I give him his credit, and you don't see that on these major networks. And because by and large we don't own media outlets so strong, we have to go along with it. So again, I will discuss this later on when we talk about basketball, but it's just something I really don't like. I really despise the way they are misrepresenting us. I despise the way they're misrepresenting these young people, because sports is what they call an meritocracy. And that means your merit should get you to the top of the food chain, and if your merit don't do it, you don't need to be commended. So up until everybody's playing on the even playing field in regards to a meritocracy, I am going to be biased in regards to people in my tribe. You know, my tribe, I'm a cheer for you. Even if you what we call a sucker, I'm going to still cheer for you, because you know what? Even though you're a sucker, you may not realize it, but they still hate you just like they hate me. So that's pretty much it. Now, I just don't like the fact that there's a lot of brothers running around here acting like, oh no, everything is fair. And I don't understand what H-Rap is talking about. You understand what I'm talking about. But if you don't, at some point, you will get that wake-up call. And me and everybody from my community who's listening understand what wake-up call I'm talking about. But until then, you keep believing that. And when you come on home, we give you a hug, pat you on the butt, give you a plate, get you a plate for barbecue, and then you realize you lick your wounds, and then we'll tell you things gonna be alright. But up until that moment, I have to big up my brothers like Justin Love, like Tua Tagovailoa, like my brother Jacoby Brissett, and others. You know, I have no patience for nonsense. These people running around here trying to act like rap is losing his damn mind, and I'm not losing my damn mind. I understand what's going on, and y'all understand what's going on, but I need my brothers and sisters to wake the hell up and realize, look, there is a bias, there's a cultural bias, and it may be natural or unnatural, what have you, but I'm not going to allow my brothers to get dumped on without speaking up for them. Jameis Winston needs an honest shot. David DeCock needs an honest shot. Teddy Bridgewater needs a more than honest shot, because he showed y'all, even after this injury, I'm the man, and can't nothing do it. Can't nobody do nothing with me. So with that being said, that's the end of the football. I'm going to go right into basketball, and then we're going to bring the sister Jasmin on. She's going to blow y'all mind. She's going to give y'all the information that y'all need. But this NBA season, as usual, you know what, not even as usual, man. NBA is on fire. I really appreciate it, because in my estimation, the NBA has been on BS for the last 15 to 20 years. The NBA for the last 15 to 20 years has been on BS with no parity, always having one-sided situations. But this year, it looks as if coaching is reigning supreme. Last night, the Houston Rockets have been on a tear, and coaching beat them. What happened was this. The Houston Rockets went to a small ball lineup, and they were beating everybody's behind. And they ran into an actual coach who knows about basketball, and he said, what we're going to do is make these dudes beat us and challenge our size. They couldn't challenge that size, and the New York Knicks of all teams beat them, because the New York Knicks is a damn team full of power forwards primarily, but what they did was make them get over them, and we're going to challenge y'all, and physically we will wear you down. And at the end of the day, what happened was they wore them down, and they couldn't do anything with them. There's a sad commentary that it took that long, but at the end of the day, it did get done, and I'm big up in these dudes. But later on, another coach by the name of Eric Spoelstra shut down the homie Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo may have lost the league MVP. I'm going to take it from that point. LeBron James has been on a tear. And up until this point, you said Giannis Antetokounmpo was the runaway MVP, but everybody knows he has a flaw in his game. He's limited offensively. If you don't catch him in transition, you can slow him down. Eric Spoelstra did not let him get it going last night, and he showed you in the playoff series you can still shut this brother down. That's what I came into the point with MVP. LeBron James, domination, controlling games, Giannis Antetokounmpo, even dominating statistically more. But the thing is, LeBron James' flaws at the free throw line, Giannis Antetokounmpo, his flaw is an all-around game. Does that mean LeBron James should or should not be the league MVP? Now, I am biased. I am a big time LeBron James supporter, but I'm not going to tell you go BS. I do believe in regards to the way the National Football League is dressed, the National Basketball Association is dressed up, I believe if LeBron James continues to play like LeBron James naturally does, what's going to happen is they're going to take the league MVP from LeBron James based on what Giannis Antetokounmpo did last year in the playoffs. Is that fair? No, it's not. Because Giannis Antetokounmpo has dominated basketball in every way, shape, form, and fashion this year. So he shouldn't lose the MVP. But me and you both know the league is built on stories. And when you have a league built on stories, the story is a 35-year-old LeBron James in the 17th season dominated the league and brought the Lakers back from the dead. The Lakers being one of the most historic franchises in the league. Giannis Antetokounmpo playing for the Milwaukee Bucks. Major market versus small market. LeBron James is a bigger name nationally and internationally. Sorry, it looks like Giannis Antetokounmpo may have cost himself league MVP last year. Do I agree with it? Hell no, because one game shouldn't determine that. But me and you both know the power of the mainstream media. It may not shape out that way because LeBron James is subject to one of the pet peeves that I have that I said I was going to speak on several times. When you are a media darling, you get the benefit of the doubt, and when you are not, you won't. The reason I bring this up in regards to the LeBron James and Giannis Antetokounmpo story, James Harden is not a media darling. I love it when my brothers and sisters in these sports groups that I'm in on Facebook and other places, they want to talk about, hey man, Mike would have never did this, LeBron. Mike would have never did that, LeBron. I love to hear that because I know it's something coming down the pipe and they're going, I'm going to throw that in their face. And what I'm doing with that is this. Giannis Antetokounmpo, for whatever reason, I don't know if it's a personal beef, he just decided because mainstream media has not been a friend of James Harden, what we're going to do is attack him and nobody's going to say anything. And nobody said anything. Look, James Harden is not a friendly guy. He doesn't do a whole lot of skinning and grinning with the TV and the camera. So what they did was allow Giannis Antetokounmpo to disrespect this man. He don't pass. James Harden does pass. He's led the league in assists before. He is one of the most versatile players in the league. Does he play a whole lot of defense? Not really, but neither did Larry Bird. Larry Bird is famous for saying, my offense is my defense. 90% of the dudes that play in the National Basketball Association don't play no defense. So when you tell me about one dude that don't play no defense and shoot a lot, well, one of my favorite players, Marcus Wyatt, no defense, shot a lot. Kelly Tripucka, no defense, shot a lot. I mean, we can go through the list. We can go through the annals of the history of the league in regards to offensive players not playing a whole lot of defense, but for whatever reason, they singled out James Harden. So James Harden swung back, and Giannis swung back. But the thing is, where's this sentiment about Mike wouldn't do it? Mike wouldn't do this, and Mike wouldn't do that. I've never heard Michael Jeffrey Jordan, as competitive as he was, as arrogant as he was, call out a player on his inability to do anything. You heard on back channels that Mike said things about people, but Michael Jordan has never called out anybody publicly. So when you get the chance to call somebody out, where's the media to back him up? It's not there to back him up because Giannis is making more money for the league. He's leading the team in the way that they want him to do. He's not what we deem arrogant, and I don't like it. I'm a big time Giannis Antetokounmpo fan. I just like James Harden more. But hell, I truly want to see him win the championship. But I don't want to see anybody win anything at the behest of disrespecting somebody and disrespecting their skill and their talent level. You don't have to be a fan of these people, but let's go back to what I always say: simple respect. If you have simple respect for people, you will be able to accomplish whatever you want. And if you don't, you put that bad energy out there, you're not going to get where you need to be. Maybe that bad energy that disrespected James Harden at the All-Star game, this may be the bad energy that cost him the league MVP. If I'm correct, I don't want it to, but it may shake out that way. I'm just saying, people, look, if you want to look into these situations, look through the history of the world. When you put negative energy out in the universe, that's all you get back. You're going to continue to get negative energy if you put it out there. I'm not hoping this happens, but I just didn't like it. Now let's talk about the rookie of the year. Zion Williamson, y'all know I'm left hand. I got left hand bias. I don't care what it is. Versus this young brother, Ja Morant. Ja Morant is a gigantic difference maker. Without him, I don't believe the Memphis Grizzlies would be even in the playoff conversation. They wouldn't even be in the playoff zip code. But with that being said, they are in the playoff run. But the young brother Ja Morant has been playing outside of his mind. And this young boy, Zion Williamson, is doing the same. He's affecting the team, and he's not even getting plays from him. Anytime you just on the court and change the situation, I have to give you big ups, mad love to Zion Williamson. But for anybody, in my personal opinion, anybody in their right mind that believes that Giannis Antetokounmpo should get a chance, Zion Williamson should be Rookie of the Year over Ja Morant, I'm gonna have to question your sports acumen. I don't understand that. You cannot play a third of the games, be dominant, and get the Rookie of the Year. The reason I say that is this: no matter how dominant you are, you're gonna get Rookie of the Year. The reason I say that is this: you haven't even had an opportunity to get tired, wear down. It's usually they call it the rookie wall. Most college players play like 32, 35 games a year. When you in the NBA, you play twice as many games. So if you're playing twice as many games and you are 18, 19 years old, you haven't had the opportunity to get tired. And when you don't have the opportunity to get tired, of course you're going to look better than the young brother who's only playing half the time. And this dude is not playing back to back. Ja's playing out of his mind every night. He's missed 5 games. If everything continues, Ja will play 2 times as many games as the young brother Zion, point blank, period. He does not deserve Rookie of the Year. Man, he may have a better career, but he does not deserve Rookie of the Year. It's a dope situation to be debating, and it's a dope situation to watch. But I'm just here to tell you, it is not going to shake out today. The last thing I'm going to talk about in regards to sports tonight, and then I'm gonna have Sister Jasmin before I have Sister Jasmin come on, is this. 7 years ago, LeBron James packed his clothes up and said, I'm moving to South Beach. The sports world went nuts. I heard him being called a beat. I heard him being called a sucker. I heard him called everything but LeBron James. And when they did that, I was disappointed in people that did that. Because LeBron James didn't do anything to anybody. All he did was what was best for him. The reason I'm even bringing this up is there are several NBA owners right now, including one Michael Jordan. They got together and started a tequila company. And when they got together and started this tequila company, you don't hear anything about it. And they're probably going to brand it through the league and sell it as an NBA product, and they all going to get paid. So why is it okay for NBA ownership groups to get together and take billionaires into tens of billionaires and hundreds of billions of dollars? Why is that the situation? Because when LeBron James partners up with Kevin Durant to become better basketball players, y'all call them soft. Y'all call them punks. They not living up to the way the thing used to be. When everybody who brown get together, it's a problem. But when these white boys get together, y'all don't say anything. And it's kind of sad and disappointing. Man. You may not look at it as a big deal, but what it is another case of divide and conquer. When you are disenfranchised and poor in the United States of America and you try to get together with your brothers the people at the top always